Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jade Monkey. Today we're talking about the skin update that just happened, the Jade skin picks, and then we're going to be going over some of the other information, some of the other updates, little news that's been happening around Rust Console Edition, kind of the state of the game, as it were. So first and foremost, if you're playing now on the wipe, there was a soft wipe happening on weeklies. There has been node issues. What do I mean by that? Like stone, metal, sulfur, stuff like that. They're on the map, but they're kind of not obvious where they should be. This is a glitch. This should not be a thing. They actually spawn in like high densities in certain areas. So if you look on the back of monuments by cliff sides and also the snow biomes, they're not guaranteed to be there right now. But when you do find like a big deposit, that's where they're going to spawn en masse. Hopefully by the time you're seeing this, it has been fixed, but just know that's kind of the workaround for it right now. I didn't see anything about it. I believe that'll be a server-side update, so I don't think we need any update to the client for that to be a thing. But just keep that in mind. If you're trying to play, like, man, I'm a solo and I'm having a rough time trying to find stuff, that's why, and that's where you find it. Okay, so as far as the horse update and custom servers, still no official word across the board. We do know that next content update is going to be horses on PTB, most likely in July. Now, with that being said, there's also custom servers that are looming. Now, we don't know what's coming first, custom servers or horses. Obviously, horses are going to be the next content update, but like custom servers are looming. I think as soon as they're ready with that, it's going to drop. And it might space out the content update. I'm not sure. So it's really 50-50 right now as far as like which one's going to drop first. I do have a custom servers video. I'll go ahead and link that bad boy now in the upper right hand corner. If you want to see more info on that, it's very exciting. I know lots of people are waiting for that. Solo duo trio servers, obviously. Just, you know, people don't like the Zergs. I get it. And also we have this really fantastic information as far as like what's coming in the future. I don't think any of this is coming this year, but we did see some information that minis are back on the table again as far as potential content updates. So that's very exciting. And I also did a video on that, so I won't bore you here with that. I'll go ahead and link that now in the upper right hand corner. If you want to go check that bad boy out. And then I think that covers everything that's going on in the major world of Rust Console Edition. The node thing is probably the biggest thing. Obviously, there's a train update, so if you haven't seen that yet, good time to come back. Good time. So go ahead and check that out. All right, let's go on to the skin picks. Now, initially, at first glance, not my favorite, right? Because there's no deployables, right? Yeah, obviously. There's a set I think is overpriced. I think it's the Amber Tools for sure. So I think the Jade skin picks will definitely help in that department. So this is how it goes. I have the green picks 1 and 2, and then the orange picks 1 and 2. So like the green would be the primary, and then the orange would be the secondary, if that makes sense. So 2 picks in each category. Just know that once you get half of these, it's almost the cost of these. And the Ornate Veteran, by the way, off top is 980 RC because I already purchased that. That is a repeat. Okay, so let's do the breakdown here. First, we have the special items. Sorry, I don't have the price for these. I want to say they're either 200 or 300 RC. We have the life jacket that is a metal chest plate. I do like this one. It's got some high visibility, but that's okay. Sometimes it's not about being hidden. Sometimes it's about saying, hey, I'm right here, dude. Come and get this beef. So obviously I got those. I have the 10 LR. I like this one a lot. This one's very sharp. If you need a good LR skin and you're in the market for the RC, or you have the RC rather, not too bad. Those special items rotate another week after, I believe, wipe day, which is Thursday. So that'll be, I don't know what that is off the top of my head. I can't do the math. I'm bad. Okay, so let's go on to the best bargain so far for this. It is the red plaid arsenal, and at first glance you're like, I don't know, that looks pretty, I don't know, boring, right? Like it's got a repeating pattern, but at first glance, yes. Well, here's the other thing too. If you don't have these skins for these weapons, it's a steal, right? So go ahead and grab it for 480. If red doesn't totally like carve out your eyeballs as far as like you hate that color, it's a good spread. The wooden trim on some of the handles on the weapons look really nice. But here's the thing. Once you kind of go in further here, it's got a bit of a nice piece of flair here. So the whole set is 480 RC. You save 30% if you buy the whole thing. But if you want to save some RC, check this out. Here's my first pick. My first green pick is the MP5. And at first glance, you're like, oh, that's cute and all, but like the plaid's kind of taggy. I'm not a big fan. But check this out. You look down the sights. What's this? The sights are kind of highlighted with the red at the end of the barrel. That is very useful, utilitarian, dare I say. It's very nice. So for that, that's my first pick. So this one, if you're going to buy a single, is $115 if you like the MP5. My secondary pick is going to be the LR300 because it has the same idea there. Yes, it's the same pattern, boring, but that red tip kind of helps with sighting. Can't really see it too well, but you kind of get the idea, right? And there's nothing that glows on these. So that's, we have 1 and 2 for the green picks. We have the MP5 and the LR300. My secondary or orange picks are going to be the Semi. Sadly, this is a very popular weapon with people that are using Zen right now. I'm not saying that all people that use this are, see, look at that sight, are using Zen, but it is very popular with people that are using mouse and keyboard. Am I right? Zen, we'll just call them mouse and keyboard spoofers, right? Or controller spoofers. Anyways, boo. Get them out of here. So that's my first orange pick. And then we have the, where are you? And then the assault rifle for the secondary orange pick. All of these are 115 RC. You can see the same idea with the red trim. A.K.A are kind of boring. I mean, we use them all the time, but like we always gank them from other people, so it's kind of rare when I paint these up. Or I'd say more rare than something like an MP5. But I mean, to each their own. I get it. Some people just live and die by the A.K.A. I get that. No pun intended. Okay, so let's move on to the next set, which I think is probably the best looking set out of all of these. It's the ORNATE Veteran. Again, this is going for 980 RC if you buy the whole set. Now, again, this is a repeat, but these patterns are great. I think this is well worth the 980. Very good looking trim there. Very fancy. Fancy boy. Nothing glows, thank goodness. In this case. Weapons, sometimes you want the glow, but sometimes you really don't. I don't mind a glowing tip every now and then. Kind of helps with things, but not too bad. Okay, let's go to the green picks, the first 2 green picks. So the first green picks out of rarity, I'm going to say the bolt action rifle, and this is going for 250 RC. We were just on that a second ago. Nothing glows. Yeah, but just there's not too many bolties. I know it's a weapon I don't use very often, but I kind of pick them off of rarity. Sometimes. And then the next one here is going to be the double barrel out of utility. Again, this is going for 250 RC. Again, the whole set's 980 RC. And then if you want the secondary picks, the orange picks are going to be the metal faceplate and also the chest plate because they look very sharp. These are going for 200 RC. And then we'll check out the metal chest. I kind of like that wood piece on the back. It looks pretty fancy. Now glowing. Again, 200 RC, that's the first and second orange pick. And then for the green pick, we have the double barrel and the bolt action 1 and 2. Or the whole set. The set's not too bad. Honestly, if you're in the market, this is probably a good set to buy. But again, it's pretty close to $10 USD. Now, on to the last set, the amber tools. I get it. The textures on these are like, there's a lot of time that went behind these. But I got to tell you, for 1880 RC, I feel like this one's pretty overpriced, right? And at first I was like, oh, do they glow? I don't think so. I can't tell if they do. It looks nice, but it's kind of like that repeat pattern and stuff across. Not as bad as the red plaid, but I'm kind of like, again, not bad if you've got the RC and you need some skins for these. I don't want to totally steer you away from this, but for people that have like a pretty deep skin collection, this one kind of feels like a kick in the old beanbag a little bit, right? And again, I don't want to poo-poo on the people, the artists that actually put the time behind this, because to make these textures takes some time, for sure. And there's definitely some good picks out of here, but like I think overall this one's a bit steep, you know? And I think the best one that has the most traction is the one that's a repeat. So you're kind of like, hey guys, what's going on in the skin department? You guys need some help? I got a free lunch for about 2 hours. Hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, you know, like $20 for a repeating pattern, that seems a bit much, right? Like, again, I don't want to poo-poo on the work or whatever, but I think this one's a bit steep if you've got a deep skin collection. I think that's pretty fair to say. I'm not saying that there aren't good picks out of this. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and go through these. So again, the whole set is 1,880 RC, so 1,880 RC, 30%. Again, if you're going to get this set, you probably want to, or anything out of here, like more than, was it 3 of them? Almost 2 of them, you might want to consider getting the set. That's kind of the way they're weighted. So yeah, my first pick here is going to be the, where is it? The hammer for the green, right? Just because it's, I don't know, I'm a builder, so I like to see different color hammers. Again, not a bad skin, but I think for its core cost, kind of a little on the steep side. And then to pair that up with the second green pick, we have the Salvaged Pickaxe going for 450. Again, if you like one of these, not bad to single one of these out, because I do like these. It's nice to have a brighter color in this department, because the other pickaxes or salvaged iced picks aren't exactly super great as far as like color variation, so it's nice to see that broken up a bit. So that's for the first set, the first green picks. Geez, 1 and 2, we have the hammer and the salvage pickaxe. Geez, I can't talk. And then the second one's going to be, or I should say the orange pick, first one's going to be the rock for 500. Again, a little on the steep side, even as a solo, but it is sharp. I don't mind it. And then the second orange pick is going to be the hatchet at 420 RC, so be that as it were. That's why we do the Jade skin picks, so if you're kind of like, we have one of these big, kind of hefty price tag amber tools, I kind of give you the breakdown on why I have the picks. This first, the green and the orange picks, kind of break it down, so maybe I'll help you make that choice. So that's what we have so far for this. Our skin picks here. It is a soft wipe today. What is this? Skin day, wipe day, soft wipe over on the weekly side for main branch. And just remember, it should be up on the end screen now, but we do have that juicy information about some minis, and that's very exciting for the future of Rust. So if you guys want to check that out, it should already be up there. And love you. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.